हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। दिस इज सीए राखी अग्रवाल। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है डिफरेंस बिटवीन ओल्ड एंड न्यू टैक्स रिजीम। फाइनेंस एक्ट 2023 में कुछ अमेंडमेंट्स है रिलेटेड टू न्यू टैक्स रेजिम। गवर्नमेंट का इंटेंशन है कि मोर और पीपल विल मूव टुवर्ड्स न्यू टैक्स रिजिम, तो थोड़ा सा लिमिट को बढ़ा दिया गया है न्यू टैक्स रिजिम। सो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कि न्यू टैक्स रिजीम और ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम का क्या डिफरेंस है और सैलरीड एम्प्लॉय के लिए कौन सा बेनिफिशियल है, ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम या न्यू टैक्स रिजीम। सो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे फॉर द सैलरीड एम्प्लॉय के लिए अगर वो अपना आईटीआर लगाते हैं तो क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स उनको मिलेंगे न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में। और ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम में तो ऑलरेडी डिडक्शन मिलते ही थे। गवर्नमेंट का मेन मोटो था द रिसेंट बजट 2023 has caused a lots of confusion among the taxpayer regarding the choice between the old and new tax regime। बहुत सारे पीपल है कि वो अभी भी कंफ्यूज है टैक्स पेयर्स कि वो ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम को सिलेक्ट करें या न्यू टैक्स रिजीम को। तो गवर्नमेंट हैज इंट्रोड्यूस वेरियस इंसेंटिव्स in 2023 budget to encourage the adaptation of new tax regime। गवर्नमेंट चाहता है कि मोस्ट ऑफ द टैक्स पेयर्स विल अडॉप्ट न्यू टैक्स रिजीम। वो धीरे धीरे ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम को हटाना चाहते हैं और पूरा न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में ही सबको शिफ्ट करना चाहते हैं। कुछ बेनिफिट्स न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में गवर्नमेंट ने दिया है टू इनकरेज द अडाप्टेशन ऑफ न्यू टैक्स रिजीम, कि पीपल इनकरेज हो और अडाप्ट करें न्यू टैक्स रिजीम को। These changes shows that the government intention is to have the taxpayer transition to the new regime and eventually phase out the old one। मीन्स गवर्नमेंट का इंटेंशन ही है कि वो सारे टैक्स पेयर्स को शिफ्ट कर दे न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में और धीरे धीरे ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम को हटा दे। Though the new tax regime is now the default tax regime, the old tax regime will continue to exist, क्योंकि सब टैक्स पेयर्स आर नॉट रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट न्यू टैक्स रिजीम। सो ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम भी पैरेलली चल रहा है बिकॉज बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है। ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम में बहुत सारे डिडक्शंस मिलते थे। गवर्नमेंट ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था डिडक्शन कि आप इन्वेस्ट करो तो आपको इतना डिडक्शन मिलेगा। तो बहुत सारे पीपल्स ने अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट लगाया है जो कि लॉन्ग 10 10 ईयर्स 12 ईयर्स 15 ईयर्स का है, तो उनको बेनिफिट मिलेगा। तो वो डिडक्शन का बेनिफिट ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम में ही मिलेगा। न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में जनरली बेसिक डिडक्शंस मिलते नहीं है, एग्जामिशंस भी नहीं है। तो वाई पीपल गो फॉर न्यू टैक्स रिजीम अनलेस एंड अनटिल उनको कुछ बेनिफिट हो। जिसको बेनिफिट जिन टैक्स पेयर्स को न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में बेनिफिट है तो वो न्यू टैक्स रिजीम को ऑप्ट कर सकता है, और जिनको ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम में बेनिफिट है दे विल गो फॉर ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम। सो आज हम दोनों के बारे में ही डिस्कस करेंगे। जनरली पीपल नो अबाउट द ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम, so we will in this topic we will generally discuss about the new tax regime, what are the changes inserted by government in the new tax regime। बिकॉज ये न्यू टैक्स रिजीम जो आया था वो बजट 2020 में ही आया था। क्यों आया था, और उन्होंने पूरा टैक्स स्लैब को अल्टर कर दिया था, वेर इन द टैक्स स्लैब वॉज अल्टर्ड एंड टैक्स पेयर ऑफर्ड कंसेशनल रेट ऑफ टैक्सेस। कंसेशनल रेट पे पूरे टैक्स स्लैब को अल्टर किया गया था बजट 2020 में जब न्यू टैक्स रिजीम आया था। However, those who opt for new tax regime cannot claim several exemptions and deductions। जो कि जो पर्सन जो टैक्स पेयर अडॉप्ट करेंगे न्यू टैक्स रिजीम उनको जो क्लेम्स और एग्जेम्पशंस और डिडक्शन जो ओल्ड टैक्स रिजीम में मिलता था वो नहीं मिलेगा, जैसे कि HRA डिडक्शंस, LTA डिडक्शन, ATC, ATD एंड मोर। तो ये डिडक्शन अवेलेबल नहीं है अंडर द न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में। because of this the new tax regime did not have many tax takers, because for this purpose बहुत सारे tax payers they will not ready to opt for new tax regime, they are happy with their old tax regime because they get the benefit in old tax regime and they have to pay less tax in old tax regime, rather than if they opt for new tax they had to pay more tax। So it depend on the people taxpayers whether they want to pay they will go for old tax or regime or new tax regime. The government in budget 2023 introduced five key changes to encourage taxpayers to adopt. So people do not want to go to new tax regime. So in order to encourage them, government has introduced five more changes, key changes which encourage the taxpayer to adapt for new tax regime. The government want to encourage the taxpayers that please adopt the new tax regime. I will give you these benefits in the new tax regime, like higher tax rebate limits. Previously, in old tax regime and in new regime also in 2020, the rebate limit is 5 lakhs. Now it becomes in budget 2023, the limit increased to 7 lakhs. From 5 lakhs, the limit is increased to 7 lakhs. So people whose income is up to 7 lakhs, they will get a rebate, and they will not allowed to pay any taxes on. They will not have to pay any tax at all under the new tax regime. Those who have an income up to 7 lakhs. So this limit has been increased from 5 lakhs, because under old regime the limit is 5 lakhs, whereas in new regime, which is introduced in Finance Act 2023, up to income up to 7 lakhs, the taxpayer will not required to pay any taxes under the new regime. But in old regime, it still it will be 5 lakhs only. Means if the person is opting for old regime, the rebate limit will be 5 lakhs, and if they opt for new tax regime, then the limit will be 7 lakhs for them. For those taxpayers who opt for new tax regime, they will get rebate up to 7 lakhs, and those who opt for old tax regime, the rebate limit will be 5. The person who opt for new tax regime, the exemption limit for them is up to 3 lakhs. The exemption, the rate of tax will be nil. From 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs, it will be 5%. 6 lakhs to 9 lakhs, it will be 10%. 9 lakhs to 12 lakhs, if the income of that person is between 9 to 12, then it will be 15% rate of tax. If the income is between 12 to 15 lakhs, the rate of tax will be 20%. And if the income of the person is 15 and above, more than 15 lakhs, then it will be 30%. So this is the new tax regime slab. The limit has been increased from 2,50,000 to 3. Now we will take a look at the comparison tax rates between both the regime, old regime and new tax regime up to 31st March 2023, and new regime after budget 2023, that is effective from 1st April 2023. So these are the three comparisons of tax rate under both the regime. Under old regime also, under new regime up to 31st March 2023, and after that the new regime which enacted from 1st April 2023. Now income slab, that is 0 to 2,50,000, old regime no tax rate, no tax is liable to pay. New tax regime up to 31st March 20, no tax is required to pay, and new regime from 1st April, no tax is required to pay. 2.5 lakh from between 2,50,000 to 3 lakhs, old tax regime 5%, new tax regime up to 31st March 5%, and new tax regime from 1st April 2023, because there is an exemption up to 3 lakhs, so no tax is required to pay. 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, then old tax regime 5%, new tax regime up to 31st March 2023, it will be 5%, and new tax regime from 1st April 2023, it will be 5%. 5 lakh, between 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs, old tax regime 20%, new tax regime up to 31st March 2023, it will be 10%, and new tax regime from 1st April 2023, it will be 5%. 6 lakhs to between 6 lakhs to 7 lakh 50,000. Old tax regime 20%. New tax regime up to 31st March 2023 it will be 10%. And new tax regime from 1st April 2023 it will be 10%. Then between 7 lakh 50,000 to 9 lakhs under old regime it will be 20%. New tax regime up to 31st March 2023 it will be 15%. And new tax regime from 1st April 2023 it will be 10%. Then between if the income slab is between 9 lakhs to 10 lakhs between ranging between this, then the old tax rate will be 20%. New tax regime up to 31st March it becomes 15%. And new tax regime from 1st April 2020 it will be 15%. So and in this way the tax rate is to be compared between the old, new and effective from 1st April 2023. So more than 15 lakhs, it will be 30%. So these are the slab rates. We will select accordingly which is beneficial for the individuals. Then deduction available new regime. What benefits or what deductions are allowed by the government under the new tax regime? For the salary income, the standard deduction of 50,000, which was only available under the old regime previously, now has been extended to new regime as well. Means under the new regime, the people will get 50,000 standard deduction. Previously, before 31st March 2023, if the people opt for new regime, they will not get the standard deduction. But from 1st April, those who are those taxpayers opt for new tax regime, they will get the standard deduction. This is the extra deduction which will be given by the government by Finance Act 2023, 50,000 standard deduction which is available under the old regime, because under the old regime this standard deduction is available. But if the person opts for the new regime before that, it is not available. But after 1st April 2023, this deduction 50,000 is available. How has now been extended to the new tax regime as well. These along with the rebate makes 7 lakh under the new regime introduced by Finance Act 2023. The rebate will be 7 lakhs, and along with that standard deduction will be 50,000. So in total they will get a benefit of 7 lakh 50,000 tax free income under the new tax regime. Family pension, those receiving family pension can claim a deduction of 15,000. Those taxpayers who receive a family pension can claim. This benefit is also given under the new tax regime. Those persons who are getting a family pension can claim a deduction of rupees 15,000 or one third of the pension, whichever is lower. Means if 15 one third of the pension means if 30,000 pension he is getting, then one third is 10,000. 10,000 or 15,000, whichever is lower, he get the deduction of that. Now reduce surcharge for high net worth individuals. Means the government has also reduced the surcharge rate for the high net worth individuals who are whose net worth are more than 5 crores, whose income over 5 crores has been reduced from 37% to 25%. So their surcharge rate has been reduced. Previously, it will become 37%, and now after this amendment, after this, it becomes 25%. These benefit is available for the individuals who are having an income over 5 crores, because they have to pay surcharge. Previously, they pay surcharge at the rate 37%. Now they have to pay. Now it will reduce from 37% to 25%. These moves will bring down their effective tax rate. So their effective tax rate will also reduce from 42.74% to 39%. Now leave encashment exemption. The exemption limit for non-government employee has been raised from 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs. The person who are non-government employees, the exemption, leave encashment exemptions has been raised from 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs. So it will eightfold increase. It will increase to eightfold leave encashment exemption. This exemption is available for non-government employees. Previously, they get an exemption under old regime up to 3 lakhs. Now it extend to increase to 25 lakhs. Now default regime, starting from financial year 23-24, the new income tax regime will be set as a default option. If you want to continue using the old regime, you must submit a form at the time of return filing. So if the person opt for new regime, he can offer. If the person, it's a default, new tax regime is a default set by the government. But if a person want to go for old regime, he have to submit a form at the time of. The taxpayer will have the option that they can switch from old regime to new regime and from new regime to old regime. They have the option to switch, but it was annually, not in between. Yeah, annually they can switch from old. They want to switch to old. If they want to go to the new regime, they can. Now, deduction available under the old regime. Old tax regime, under this regime, there are over 70 exemptions and deduction available, including HRA, LTA, that can reduce your taxable income and lower tax payments. The most popular and generous deduction is 80C, which allow a reduction of taxable income up to 1,50,000. So the taxpayer has given a choice between the old and new tax regime. Means deduction available under the old tax regime, the most popular one. There are many deductions available, many exemptions available under the old tax regime, and the popular one is the 180C, where the deduction is amount is 1,50,000, which reduce the tax liability of the taxpayers. And also there is HRA allowances, LT allowances, then interest on borrowings. If the person borrow on house rent allowances and pay interest on that, they will get a flat deduction of 2 lakhs. Many deductions are there, ATD deductions are there, so they will get the benefit and many more deductions on that. So under old tax regime, if the people opt, they will more beneficial. Which regime is selected depend on the investment. Now the people want that they will select whether they will go for the old regime and or they will opt for the new one. It is depend upon the investment they made. Whether they had made the investment, so it's depend on the investment they had made. Then it is helpful for the taxpayer to select whether they will go for the old or new tax regime. Calculation to which will help to you to decide between the old versus new tax regime. Whether total deduction, if the person has invested up to rupees less than 1,50,000 or less in investments, so they will get a deduction of 1,50,000 under 80C and 80D. So it is there for that. Then if their investments is less than 1,50,000, so new tax regime is for them. But if they invested more than, means more than 3,75,000 or more than 3,80,000, for them under and they claim deduction under 80C, 80D, so old tax regime will be beneficial for them because their investments are more. They want to claim deduction. For them, old regime is beneficial because in old regime the deduction is more. The option to claim deduction is more under old regime. And if they invested more, so they want to claim more deduction. So for them, old regime is beneficial. But the person who has invested less, and they claim less than 1,50,000. So for them, new tax regime is beneficial. Why new tax regime? Because rebate option is there up to 7 lakhs and standard deduction 50,000 and So if their deduction is less than 1,50,000, then the new tax regime is beneficial for them. And when the total deduction is between, if they invested between 1,50,000 to 3,75,000, so it depend on the computation upon the income level of the individual. So these are the differences between the new tax and old tax regimes. If you like, please share, subscribe my channel. Thanking you for watching my channel. Please press the bell icon so you will get the notification of my upcoming video.